Yeah. Cool. Let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It brings me great pleasure and joy to introduce to you the final show of the year, and we shall start it in the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up.
Scared or
Yes,
steady?
Tundi. I'm in the back cave today. So
Come on.
you know what I mean? It's what a year. You
What
know what I mean?
a year.
It's been a year. It's been a great year. You know what?
Trust
And
me.
the Tundi, the maddest thing is like I'm thinking like, rah, anti-yard challenge for a world title this year. I'm like, what? You know when I'm posting it out to people like, yeah, vote for your fight of the year and blah and all the rest of it. And
Yes.
I'm looking at it, Tundi, and I can't believe it that Anthony Yard fought for the wait. See that man was trying to diss me and say I was pork pie, right? Right. So
Yeah, now you are the original poop pie. Come on. And you got me good with the Matthew one. I'm not gonna lie. But I haven't even replied to it because it was so accurate. Like I was like, nah, cool. I was like, yeah. There's definitely a striking resemblance there to me and my brother Matthew from Desmond's. But yeah, you come back strong on that one there. Spencer was
bro,
like, cool. You start the war. Within 2 minutes, the man just clip up the Desmond. I said, yeah.
bro, turn
Cool.
the power. Everybody, if you haven't bought your Stamina for Sale T-shirt, click on the link on the Stamina for Sale. Get your Stamina for Sale. Be part of the family. It's not a joke.
Yes.
Be
Yes,
part of the
Spencer.
family, right? I want man
Yes.
to recognize that part there. Be part of the family, right?
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
if you're rolling with Stamina for Sale, you can never go to jail because you're gonna have enough money to get bail. United goes, but I'm saying get jump because there's bare links on the Stamina for Sale and buy your thing. Be part of it,
Everything.
right? Exactly. Hat, the socks. Tundi had trainers as well. You still got the trainers up there?
Yeah. You know what? I was speaking to my man because I'm gonna wear them tonight. Because bro, I've got so many trainers in the box, and I was like, you know what? I pulled them out, and I said, yeah, these trainers are serious. So I have to drop them. But the trainers, if they're not on the link, I'm gonna put them back on the link definitely by tomorrow. They'll be back up there, trust me. But yeah, the trainers are there as well, my man. We got everything.
Yeah, man. So all on the boy, and we got like the Fight is Right t-shirts are coming out in the new year, so you got to
Yes,
get on that. Yeah, I mean the Dream It Believe It Become It, which is copyrighted by Baba Tundi Ajayi with his
yes.
bad boy lawyer that he's got there. Bobby Wright,
Come on.
thank you so much for the 9.99. Happy New
Wow.
Year to you as well, my friend. Yeah, I mean, Happy New
One
Year
million.
to you. You know what? Like I'm saying, when I look at the things that have happened in boxing this year, Ton,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
and you know it is, you know what the old saying is, you got to dance a yard before you dance abroad. So, right, Tyrone Booth, don't scratch my soca. Yeah, right,
What's the matter with this Tyron? God, he start already.
right. So I'm saying like it's important to do things. It's important to do things at home first. Um, and so we're gonna start with Anthony Yard. I thought that was an absolutely gallant performance that he put in against Batabiev
Why you saying
for
back?
the
Why you say? Why do you put back to me?
Batabiev Batabiev McCarlim Tundi, right?
Back to
Who,
me.
who's actually a really nice guy as well because I met him out in Saudi. You know what I mean? I
Yes.
ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there talking to his brother for a long time. I thought, Joe Barrow, oh my good, £10. Thank you so much for that, my bro. Thank
He
you
said,
so much
he,
for that. Evening, Spence and Tundi. Happy New Year to the team and all the viewers, stroke listeners. PS, still reeling from Wilder's loss. You can't even be upset by Wilder's loss. right? Because if you listen to Tundi, when Tundi went into his little Juju black ball, his crystal ball, not black ball.
Yeah.
When Tundi went into the black, right? When he went into the crystal ball, he was saying like, "Rah, don't." And we had that guy from the States, Anthony, who jumped on as well. And sometimes when you listen to people, they'll just twist you up because the night before I spoke to Ron McIntosh of the BBC and I spoke to JD Dyer, who blessed our show last week, and I said the same thing. I was saying, boy, I said to them, I said, my man's gonna lose, you know, right? And like the way how that man just laughed at me, like, what you? I said, nah, no, I got a feeling that I was ringside for Jonesy Parker's last fight, so I'm thinking, right, he's gonna do a job on him, and you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah. I see you're reading the comment as you're talking. Yeah, because I don't know what Wi-Fi.
What is it? You know why it's coming off? I can go back downstairs. You know, I'll go back downstairs.
Yeah. I mean, how long is it gonna take you? Because we don't want you gone for too long. Still,
take a few seconds. You can just carry on talking. Take a few seconds. I'll just walk downstairs.
Before you go, let me just say, Anthony Yarde and Arthur Beterbiev was awarded the Fight of the Year. And congratulations by I don't know. They just sent me the link now. It don't matter as far as I'm concerned. The female fight of the year was Amanda Serrano sisters, and I think the prospect of the year was Andy Cruz. But thank you for that accolade. But yeah, Spence, go and deal with your things, and let me pick up the people. Let me pick up the people online while Spencer's doing that. Big up Boxing iHub, first in the dance. He says big up Tunde and Spencer. E. Francis is here. Happy New Year to this blessed channel and all that follow. AAV develops. Looking forward to another great show. Rain 71. Happy New Year, Spencer and Tunde. Wishing the Creator's grace, health, prosperity to one and all. And I'm gonna stop and just go over that. You see, as I said, this health thing, I keep stressing it. Health is wealth. I attended a close friend of mine's surprise birthday party last night. Good to see all the mans them. Big up Smarts, Deviled, Blacks. Well, everyone was there. Pigsy, everybody was there. Everyone was there. And, you know, my friend, I won't say his name, but, you know, he's had a rough year, a heart attack and what have you. And seeing us all there yesterday and all smiling and joking really brought to light what I keep saying. I actually said it on the show last week, that your health is everything. And if there is one thing that I wish all the Fight Is Right listeners and the family of the listeners for 2024 is that you have the best of health. Health is your wealth. So big up Rain 71 for that comment. Old tight Jermaine Williams, RFM, Philip Answer, Chrissy Blue. Good evening all. Happy New Year. Thanks to Coach Tunde and Mr. Spencer for all you have done for us and the boxing community this year. All the best for 2024. Andre Bukenya is in the dance. Victor, Steve Bailey, Yemi X, Daniel Grace, James Morrison. AAV Develop says this year has been epic from the Fight Is Right. Looking forward to 2024. What the show brings. Happy New Year to you, Tunde and Spencer. Old tight Guzzy. Yems talks boxing. All right, cool. Old tight Yems. Tyrone Booth. Yeah, blessings to everyone except the cursed Bishop. Ban
the Bishop, Tunde. Ban the Bishop.
Bishop is gonna come true today. I know he's gonna come true in the dance.
Listen to me. Man, call Bishop. You wanna come give some collection, Tunde?
Duke Alexander. Great to see Tunde and Spence. Nice selection of flowers in the kitchen. Background, as always, you know, old tight Daniel J. Boateng. Maddie says, dash the hat, Spencer. Because you're looking more like my man. Pork pie. Old tight 2, bless. Rob Mayer. Where you, Spence? Sort out the thing. Old tight.
I'm just walking down the stairs now.
87, Taz Ali 87. Salam to you both, Uncle Tunde and Spencer. Hope you guys are blessed. John, and all this is before we start the show because we're gonna get cracking. Trust me. Old tight John.
Yeah. I'm just setting up now, man.
Yeah, man, say before I go out to the clubs tonight, we lit. Happy New Year. You know that, bro? I got so much invitations to go out tonight. I don't know. I always like to
Tunde, you
spend
ain't
New
going
Year's.
nowhere about you going
No,
out.
I like to spend New Year's in my house. The clock must strike 12 in my yard with pure energy. I don't want no go out and start mix up with some bad brief people. But yeah, we see an old type style of DJ. The real New Year's is April. It's why they call it April Fools. All right, thank you for that. Give it a break, mate. Bro, come on. This ain't no history thing right now. We're trying to enjoy ourselves. Style D just come lash us with some history. All right, cool. Good knowledge, though. Knowledge is power, as they say. The right knowledge is power. Old type Justin, lifetime Eon. Who's this on my phone? Who else? Trevor OJ, wishing you all blessings for 2024. I've been big up Tunde. Come on. Old type Damien Charles, Joe Barrow, Neville, Day. Big up you guys. Been watching you for years. The true voice of boxing politics. I like that. I like that. I like that. Old type Neville Davy. Chris S. The fight is right. Mainstream secret for certified news. Begging a black book bringing. Spence, hear that? Oh, Econ the Bishop's in the building. Old type. Mrs. Fearon, stop the cap. Hey, Spence, Bishop's coming through already. He's coming through with the badness already. Old type Kwame, the Gaita. Happy New Year, Unks. E. Francis. What's Manny saying? He says, before we begin, can we please settle the debate? Who won the Battle of Hastings, also known as Tunde versus Spencer Spar? Bro, we already know we won that thing there, so I don't even know why a man's trying to debate it. Spencer can never beat me. In his dreams, he can't beat me, so don't even worry about that. Spencer, stick at the American event. Still waiting for Spencer. 150 people waiting for you as well, Spence. Old tight Sammy Ali, young Sammy Ali. AO, been a great year with this channel. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, but let's before Spencer comes, let's just talk about some of the fights. And then we'll go over the fights. Mungaya against Devchenko. That was a serious fight. Anyone who watched that. Obviously, the big fight. Mr. Arthur Beterbiev versus Anthony. Mr. Anthony Yarde. Big fight. Navarrete v. Wilson. That also was a big fight. Haney v. Lomachenko. Wow. Some serious. Shaquille Foster versus Hernandez. Big fight. Navarrete again. Concesio. That ended in a draw. That was in November. That was last month. Rodriguez, obviously, bam, against Sonny Edwards. Fantastic fight. Rakhimov against Cordina. Obviously, Joe won by split decision. Navarrete against Valdez. Serious fight. That was in August. Who else? So much. Cordina against Vasquez. Oh, mate. This list is too serious. Who else? Charlo v. Benavides Jr. Obviously, that was last month. Valdez v. Lopez 2. Zapida v. Jesta. And these are only boxing fans, but real boxing fans will know about these fights. Hughes v. Harrison. Costas Son v. Harrison. That was a serious fight, Spence. Again, Rodriguez v. Gonzalez. Colbert v. Venezuela. The second one, really. That knockout the other day was unbelievable. And obviously, we all know Spence versus Crawford in July happened to be the highlight. Yeah, Eubanks Jr. versus Smith. Liam Smith, 1 and 2. Great fights. Benavides v. Andrade. Andrade got bust up. Jaron Ennis versus Villa, who we know is going to be a problem 2024. Anyone stepping up to face Jaron is going to be in a fight. Conor Ben's calling for that fight. Let's see. Conor Ben needs that big fight. I think Conor needs that standout fight. If you can get it, it'll be great. Teofimo Lopez.
It would be
Teofimo
great.
Lopez against. Huh?
Teofimo
Take
Lopez
her?
against who? Teofimo
Josh
Lopez
Taylor.
against who?
Josh Taylor.
Well,
Big fight.
rematch.
No, I'm saying that was one of the fights of the year.
Oh, Tundi, that was a bad listen. That was a bad boy fight. Let's just keep it as it is.
Taylor v. Cameron. Great fight.
Yep.
The first one.
Yep.
And even the second one, obviously, Taylor coming back and showing what she's made of, avenging her first defeat. So many fights. Ramirez versus Smith Jr. That was a big fight up at cruiserweight. That fight is now Ramirez is talking about fighting one of the big boys, one of the world champions. I would like to see Ramirez against Jai Opatea. Now that fight would show me if Opatea is about his business, because Ramirez up at cruiserweight is a problem. He looks big, he looks strong. I don't know how he done light heavyweight for all those years, to be honest with you.
Turn. Ramirez is massive.
Massive. How he managed to get his frame into 12 stone 7 for all those years. Well, remember, he was a super middleweight at first, and then he moved up.
At first, he was super middleweight. I don't get it. I'm trying to. I don't get that one at all. But you know what? Look, imagine this. Also, Tundi, Anthony Joshua has had 3 professional fights this year. You know.
Yeah, I said it going in. That was good going. And
excellent guy. Excellent guy. You know what I mean?
KD, sorry.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, KD did say it. It's like
KD gave them Josh gave them an instruction. He wanted to be active. He got the 3 fights, and I think we saw over the course of the 3 fights, he got sharper with each fight, and that's what activity does. Starting with Franklin, and then Hellenius, and then obviously finishing up the year with Otto Wallin, and that sort of activity is what you need as a champion. So hopefully going into next year, I know Spencer, I saw a clip. I didn't clip it. I don't watch it because I don't watch nothing but The Fight Is Right. But I saw a headline with you talking about the possibility of Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Talking it, Spence.
Well, Tundi, it's not the case of that. It's a case of the what we just saw with the win that Daniel Dubois just got over Big Baby Miller, which was a fantastic performance. Cause you know what, I should have just phoned the dad now just to get the gossips on it, right? Seriously,
give him a break, mate.
Yeah, I know.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Right, so it's very true. You know, enough man's out on the piss right now. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is like the reason why I think that's going to be an easy fight to make, because Turkey Al Sheikh is now the godfather of the team, right?
Yes.
And Frank Warren is working alongside with Eddie Hearn now. So Daniel Dubois is an Eddie Hearn fighter. Daniel Dubois is a Frank Warren fighter. Anthony Joshua is an Eddie Hearn fighter. It's very easy to make that match. It's not, you don't have to, they're going to come with the bag, but it's a controllable bag situation for them. You know what I mean? So I believe that fight's going to happen, and I believe that's what I believe is going to happen. Straight step. Yeah.
Is that fight easy to make? Is that fight actually that easy to make? Is that the route?
Of course it is. You know why? Because Daniel Dubois wants to fight.
Yeah, Daniel wants to fight, but let's get it right. Who's the A side here?
No. 100 more than the A side. He's a triple A side, Anthony Joshua, right?
Yes.
But whereas even though I see you're saying that you would like to see the Deontay Wilder fight, still you like to see AJ Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, I said it. I tweeted it this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real with you. I know that Deontay Wilder, who turned up for Parker, would not be the same Deontay Wilder that would turn up for Anthony Joshua.
Thank you very much, sir.
It wouldn't be.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad you said that because
Take it away, Tony.
we was touching on this in the gym. Spence, he's had one bad performance his whole career. Is a man not entitled to one bad performance? Without us saying he's, I've seen so many headlines. Deontay Wilder's finished. Old overnight. Deontay Wilder needs to retire. Bro, he had one bad performance.
Yeah, listen. Listen. Deontay Wilder, whoever he fights next, he's gonna be a different fighter. He's gonna be a totally different fighter. His mindset's gonna be different. Yeah, I mean, no doubt he's had a word with Malik Scott. His Christmas present to Malik Scott is gonna be nail varnish remover. He's gonna be.
You start again. God, you're bringing this.
Yes,
you're bringing this nonsense into 2024.
He's going to be a different guy. 1 second, Tun.
Yes. Oh, he's put us. I didn't realize he's put himself on mute. I read a comment there about Eco Esserman has a better resume than Jaron Ennis. Bro, you need to do your homework. Sammy, this is what I'm trying to say. This is how I'm gonna give you a blight because you're young, but you can't be spitting out comments like this on The Fight Is Right without the bro. You need to go and look. You just need to let me. You know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get Jaron Ennis's record up. Bro, this is what I'm saying. You always come with something silly where I have to say you're you. I just put you back in your place because you start talking nonsense. Bro, how is and Echo's my man. Echo's my man. But bro, Jaron, I'm calling you bro. You're a young man. Jaron Ennis is 31-0 with 28 knockouts. He beat Thomas Delorme by first round KO. The same Delorme that was in Flair's gym when I was there. The same brother that everyone was talking about like he's some massive prospect. He knocked a no decision with Chris Van Herden in 1 round. The same Chris Van Herden who fought Errol Spence. And Chris Van Herden was on our show saying that nobody can crack like Jaron Ennis. Furthermore, Jaron Ennis took out Sergey Lipnis, who was 16-1 by a knockout in the 6th round. He then went on after Delorme to stop Castillo Clayton. A lot of people was shocked by that. He stopped him in 2 rounds. He is just gonna beat Roman Villa via a 10th round knockout. Many expected that to be a step up. Bro, he can't fought none of these kind of caliber man. So please, don't talk nonsense when you come on this thing. Because, you know, I'm always having to put you straight. Come on, bro. But this guy. And you know what? Because you're young, I'm going to give it to you. Because you're young, I'm going to give it to you. There's always an excuse. There's always an excuse. It don't matter. You know, listen, Snippets stopped Lamont Peterson. You're taking man for a joke. This is not a joke. The same Lamont Peterson that fought Errol Spence Jr. Anyway, let me not go. He's just a boy. He's just a you. He's just a you. Spencer, where you gone?
I'm here, bro.
You know I'm always having to put little Sammy Ali in his place because he goes a lot. I rate him though because he's a little young boy, but you know you have to in it, Tyrone. You know he's got to take time out to school little young Sammy because you know he's about 15 years old and he's going on like he's some big 70-year-old man boxing his story like Thomas Hauser. You see anyone bad about Thomas Hauser?
Now, what did you say with Eddie Hansen?
Yeah. Eddie, Thomas Hauser was, I think he was praising him in this instance, but it was the same man that was saying that AJ's got mental health problems a while back. But this is what it is. This is how the game is. They love you. They don't love you when you're winning. When you're losing, they got so much bad things to say.
Come on, come on, come on,
But
come on.
we know what it is. But anyway, what's that
Right,
you drinking?
Tundi.
What's
Big
that
up
you drinking?
Malik. Big
What's
up
that you
Malik.
drinking, Spencer?
Big up Malik from Hype Energy. Yo, you want to throw some big money in the thing, but
Malik, Spencer will not be drinking your drink on our show again unless we get some. So I don't know what kind of side deal you man have got. But Spencer ain't drinking that drink on
let
my
me just
thing.
tell you this now. Don't upset me today, because that would never happen. You know what I mean? Tundi knows if I got a plate of food, half of that plate. If I got the rice, you got the piece.
Yeah, man drinking energy drink at 8 p.m. What going around? What going around here? Stephen, you know what, Spence? You know this show is so good, yeah? You know, like, well, yesterday it was at Hooligans surprise 50th, yeah? And all the mans then was there. And you know what everyone was saying is that, bro, you man's show is so lit, as the young people say. It's so real. And everyone was just happy that, you know, we're still culturally connected with everyone, and that we talk the language that everyone can understand. And they was really sending props yesterday. They said they love the banter between me and you, and it's great, man. You know, sometimes when you hear comments or praises from those that are really close to you, it touches more.
Let me just say this, yeah?
Yeah, Malik, I see you laughing. Malik, you better come true next year, 2024.
No, Tun.
Malik, wait. Malik, you know this is an independent channel. You know, we ain't controlled by no one. So you know your brand will be getting maximum exposure. Maximum exposure.
He knows that. Let me tell you, he's a very sensible man.
Yes,
and you know, like they sponsored Daniel Dubois the other day. You know what I mean? And I said, all right, say nothing.
Yeah, I saw that. That was big. That was big.
Yeah,
like that.
That's right. Yeah. So, and this guy's he's the head of the UK. He's the head of the UK distributions, and he's a partner in the company. So he's hollered, and straight away, man was talking about the fighters, right? And Tundi, because I said, you know the thing, right? Straight. So when we're looking on like on certain things, so I got to big up the Forbes family. This brother Dean Forbes, I have to say a massive big up to. He had a party the other night on the 27th. Yeah, when I was talking to my man,
I read something about.
Yeah, Tundi, his party that he had down at some big old mansion down in Dulwich. Yeah. It was off the hook. Everyone was there. Idris Elba, Kano, Krypton Cone. There's too much people. ZZ Mills. First time I met her, I was surprised that the young lady knew who I was. She's like, Rah Spence. I'm like, Rah, you know me. It's like, Tun, it was lit down at the party. And it was so good to see.
Spence, when you say Dulwich, was it on past that
West Dulwich?
Yeah. I know that. Yeah. With the cool.
Yeah, you know the place. Yeah. Bel Air. Cool Bel Air. Right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
Right. Salute to all of the Forbes family. May more success fall on their head. You know what I mean? I see what's his name? Who used to manage Tiny Temper?
Dummy.
Dummy was down there as well. You know what I mean? We had a good chat on so I educated him on boxing. I had a good chat. I educated him on boxing. But it was nice to see. It was the energy inside the whole place. It was just fire. So massive congratulations to the Forbes family. I wish them nothing but the success in the new year. They've even got their own champagne brand and everything else. But yeah, when I was in there, Tundi, when I come in there, the amount of people say, Spence, where's Tundi? Where's Tundi? People I don't even know, all the bouncers. You know, like bouncers, all bouncers watch boxing, so it's mad. When we turn up, all the bouncers like, yo, Spence, big up, knowledge, big up. Yeah, where's Tundi? I said, nah, man. Tundi's chilling, man. He's chilling.
Yeah, he's practicing. I don't really go back that much, but yeah.
No. But see, like, this new year, there's some big things that are going on right now. Trust me. The watch-alongs are going to get very hyped. Our watch-alongs are going to get very hyped. We've got some big plans. I hope you're listening, Malik. Don't ever try coming in for free, you know, because then we have to rough you up, bro.
Big up Malik. He says, watch out for the the Hype Party 2024. Absolutely, sir. We will be attending. We'll be attending, I'm quite sure. But Spence, what was the standout fight of 2023 for you?
I would say the standout fight was that incredible performance that we saw from Terence Crawford, Tundi.
Trust me.
Because Terence Crawford done that against an undefeated Errol Spence, Tundi.
A unified champion.
Yeah, that was jaw-droppingly good what we witnessed there, Tundi. It was ridiculous.
So would you go on, sorry.
I know you're talking. I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna say, you know, Tundi.
I was saying so in terms of the pound for pound list.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was still happy with Baba Nui.
Say again?
Terence Crawford is still number one. Terence Crawford is still number one, Tundi.
1 million. I don't know why I'm seeing Inui. Who listen, to be honest with you, that pound for pound statement status has to go to Terence Crawford. Because as you just mentioned, he beat an all-time great in Errol Spence, an undefeated fighter. Inui ain't done that. Inui deserves to be number 2. Yeah, from this year, I would say he deserves to be number 2, but he cannot be number 1. No, Bomber Clap Boxing, he can't. Who great has he beaten? What great man has he beaten? Someone that you know. And don't lie that you knew his last opponent. You never. You never knew. The only name you knew on Inui's resume is Fulton. And
he broke up Fulton vicious though. He punched up Fulton.
He broke up Fulton at a different level.
He broke him up vicious.
That's what I said. Yeah, this brother's serious. Yeah, he bust up and he done it in such a methodical way. And so credit to Inui, but he ain't number 1. No, he ain't number 1. Because I realize everyone's just jumping on this Inui thing. Come on, man. You lot are capping. You're capping. There's no way he beats Terence Crawford. No way.
You know what? Also, I agree with Kwame. Kwame turned around and said Inui's the fighter of the year and Terence Crawford is the pound for pound. You know what I mean? And I agree with you on that one. Inui's had a stellar year. He's had a stellar year. Right? So give him that. But you're not pound for pound number 1. Terence Crawford is pound for pound number 1. And he still should be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. But politics is politics. Right? But in saying that, Tundi, we still have to say, like, the performance of what he put in, Terence Crawford put in against Errol Spence, Tundi, there we watched greatness, Tundi.
Greatness. And, you know,
greatness. Anybody who knows Tundi is so appreciative of the finer essence of boxing, because Tundi's got them little juja eyes. Was like this when he's watching boxing, you know. He's watching the boxing like that, bro. I'm just keeping it totally 100. Terence Crawford is a pound for pound fighter right now. I knew he is a bad man, but I see people getting gas now saying, "Oh, who would have won a prime Inui versus a prime Pacquiao?" I said, "Are you nuts?"
Philip, answer. I'm upset with you. Why would Tunde Ajayi listen to Americans when you know I'm always banning Americans? Bro, come on, man. This is what I'm trying to say. That's why, again, this year, anyway, let me just say what I'm gonna do. Let me just do it. But I'm not listening to no one. I think we all know when the fight is right. We form, especially Spencer and myself, we form our own opinion. And I'm saying that Inui has not beaten a standout man easily the way Terence Crawford did. A lot of people thought Spence was going to be too big, too skilled for Crawford. And Crawford boxed his ears off in his stance, in the southpaw stance.
Trust me.
So he actually beat him in his own game. I don't see Inui switching up southpaw and fighting a all-time great in a southpaw stance. This is what Terence Crawford done, and he done it easily, Spence. Crawford wasn't. I mean, we have to wait and see what Spence comes with, at a higher weight. But I'll go so far to say I'll be very, very surprised if there's going to be any difference at a higher weight.
Yep.
Errol Spence is not the fighter he once was. He's been through a lot of trauma in terms of the car crash, the eye injury, and he's just not that guy that he once was, especially not going up against an all-time great like Terence Crawford. So in my opinion, Terence Crawford is absolutely the number one, the pound for pound fighter. And Inoue, yes, I agree, is the fighter of the year. Because he's had fights. People haven't been fighting. Same like Usyk. Usyk last year could have been considered the pound for pound number one because he was active. He's only fought once this year. And that was
let me just do with bumper clock boxing. He's saying that Drain Spence cheated against Abanesian. Not that guy. Brother, put a sock in it for you, mate. Put a sock in it, mate. Please, I beg.
Put a sock in it, mate. Bro, come on. Bro, there's no cheating. Why does Terence Crawford need to cheat against David Adamasian? And that's not to say David Adamasian is not a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but he just got his levels. And we have to accept that. Not everybody, not everyone's best fighter can be the best fighter. And sometimes you just come up against a guy that's just better in every other department.
He's got your number too. That's how it goes.
No shame in that. Old Tight Simi Tech RS said, big up Tunde and Spence. May the new year, let me just scroll out. May the new year bring you and yours families abundance in love and health and wealth. Big love for all the energy you spread. Very well received. Thank you, Simi Tech RS. And you see, Spencer, people are moving in alignment because I'm not hearing too much. I'm not hearing wealth before health. I'm hearing health first in all these New Year's greetings. We know health is the wealth. So thank you, Simi Tech RS. Let's continue this fight of the year and fighter of the year.
Certainly, like, has anybody on here got a Tempra mattress?
Tempra.
You know the memory foam mattress?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the one it's like $2.5 for the blinking mattress, yeah? And everyone's saying, it's a comfortable sleep and blah. Not when you start getting old, Tundi, right? When your back start to just talk about this, when your back starts slipping and that, yeah? And you sleep on that thing, the thing will make the back...
Wait, Spence. Words are powerful. My back ain't slipping nothing. So I don't say when your back starts slipping, because my back ain't slipped yet. It's not gonna slap. So maybe when you say when their
I'm just saying to me, I've had to sleep. Thank you very much. Right. My man said he had one, he got rid of it. No, don't get twisted. The sleep is fantastic, yeah?
Man said
when you're the young man, when you're the young man, you can grind up the place, yeah?
What are you talking about? What? Bro, where did that come from? Please forgive Spencer. The fact is right. He's talking.
Big up yourself, Tundi. Read. Be a money coming. We have the collection today, Tundi.
Old tight. Thank you very much, Rain71 for the £10. He said, bias. I don't care. AY versus Beterbiev was the fight of the year. Pure violence. Big up the fight is right. Building and not burning bridges in 2024. Also, big up Turkey Al Sheikh for giving the fight fans what we want to see. Big up Rain71 and thank you so much for the £10 and especially for the comment with Awa. And you know what? I watched that fight again today, Spence. I'm talking violence. That fight was pure violence. That fight was pure violence. And, it's the mark of who Anthony Yarde is. He's a fighter. When all's said and done, we never duck and we're not dodging no one. He's gone in there and he's always giving it his best. He's not going to go 12-round distance just to say, yeah, I've got it. We're going for it. And this is why he's still respected and why the journey is far from over. But yeah.
So you know what I gotta say is this, yeah. Sitting ringside of that fight,
yes,
made me further realize, yeah, that certain guys who are in this professional game, yeah, don't know boxing. Because when I was sat ringside for that fight, the amount of rubbish that I was hearing coming out of people's mouth, and like you see, like on certain things, yeah, it's like God's time is the best time because the arrogance that came across me. You see, like after round 3, yeah, I said, you see, I said, everyone's gonna have to apologize to me, you know.
Yeah, I know that feeling as well. But it's always in the hands of the creator. But when you was telling me this, Spence, I was saying that all people was doing is revealing what's in their heart. They don't want man to win out here. You understand? So man is waiting for another man's demise. And they same way you was waiting to tell man, you see, you understand what I'm saying? You got people who they got so much nastiness and bad mind in their heart. They're just like the AJ situation. All of a sudden now everyone is AJ fans. AJ, so hold on, you were the same man. All that brother Dave Allen. I see the headline. I never listen because you were the same man that was saying he's this and this, he's that. Now all of a sudden you're his biggest fan. But I don't forget.
Tony, let me tell you this, yeah. You see, with me, when it comes to AJ, and AJ is a young man that I speak to regularly, yeah.
Yeah.
And what man need to realize is this: when I reprimanded Anthony Joshua after calling Lennox Lewis a clown, yeah.
Yes.
I remember that I was in a barber shop and Mikey just finished cutting my hair.
Yes.
And then Mikey must have sprayed the thing on me and it burned up my skin. And I said, nah, from then I started cut my hair with Kobe. I said, nah, Kobe cuts is number one. When I reprimanded him then, me and AJ sent me some long texts. I still got it on my phone. It was long. We went back and forth. He said, no, I'm not going to talk to you because I know you're going to use that little knowledge brain and you to try to twist me up. I'm not talking to you. Me and him never spoke for a year and a half. Yeah? Me and him was 1 year and a half. Me and Andy Joshua never speak. Right? Because he listens to things. But it's only afterwards you realize, when I'm saying my things, I'm talking out of a position of love. I'm not waiting for your demise. Yeah? Then when man was calling him racist because he went on the Black Lives Matter thing, right? And then I was saying, one thing I know about that boy ain't got a racist bone in his body, right? And I got a phone call from him, and he said, nah, unks, respect, rare, all the rest. We had a good little chat. And like, I'm saying, there's certain man that I could have a beef with, but you could say something that is disrespectful against them, and I'm going on the side of polarity, not because, bun them because they said me and Tundi don't talk, and someone's siding against Tundi, but that person siding against Tundi, they're wrong. I can't back you. Straight. You know what I mean? Straight. I can't back it. You know what I mean? So that's just how I stay. So all of these men now who are coming out and singing AJ's praises, I'm saying, hold up a second, you lot were bunning him hard, saying like he was done and all the rest of it, yeah? Then also, Tundi, after that, when AJ starts performing a certain way, when AJ fought Franklin, me and you sat ringside for that fight. Big up KD from 258 Management, right? Me and you sat ringside for that fight, Tundi, yeah? And I was not impressed with that, right? And my words were, I'm going to give Anthony Joshua Babatunde Ajayi's number because something was missing, right? Now, Derek James, with all these accolades, and I rate Derek James as a trainer, but you ain't worked with no heavyweight, bro. And then also there was a cultural divide where you're dealing with men from the UK and men from America. Then when we're dealing with people from the urban culture of the UK to people of the supposed urban culture of America, it's different. And also, AJ's going to the gym where you're not the star boy. So I'm saying, even though I thought maybe something could work there because there must be some synergy, some connect. There's no connect. When he fought Franklin prior to the fight, I was saying if this fight goes past 6 rounds, Tundi, Anthony Joshua should retire. Man saying, nah, you see, the fight went past there and I'm dissing AJ. How am I dissing him? I believe that's how much I rate AJ. I believe that you might have broke up this man. Because the AJ that we saw fight last week, if he fought Franklin now, what would AJ have done to that Franklin? So was I wrong in saying that you should retire after if the fight goes over to 6 rounds?
Come on, talk the thing.
Right. So all of these little idiots, you don't get this thing. I can speak from a position of love, but also speak from a position of authority. I've been in this game a very long time. I've sat down with great men from way back. And even more so, you know when you must be doing something right when legends are calling your name. Today, you know, let's mash up this whole place.
Come on, Spanish beer. Wait. I'm just putting on I'm taking my phone off my screen off the night light. Because for those of you who don't know, that blue light on your phones and laptops is messing up your sleep patterns. So, bit of free advice here. Put your mobile phones and your computers on night screen. And you will see miracles happen. This is free information, by the way. I usually charge for this type of knowledge, but yeah, put your phones, tablets, and computers on the night screen if you want to save your eyes. Anyway, Rachel Chigozi, she says, real ones know your morals and principles cannot be changed due to the situations or feelings. They stand firm and can't be changed to make things easier for yourself. There you go. Highlighting what Spencer Fearon is saying. When he's talking from a position of love. There's no hate. We ain't hating on no one. There's no hate in the Fight Is Right. It's just when he's talking the thing. Sometimes you may say something that will hurt a man's feelings. It don't mean it's not the truth. It's just that it's hurt your feelings, and you just got to get over the feelings. So Spencer's always going to be that guy, and me too.
Wait, Tony, sorry. So let's stay on this subject a bit, yeah? Do you know how many times like me and Tony would stop talking for all a year?
I remember. No, but don't lie to the people. It's been a while now though. But
no. Things that happen now. But me and Tony, for us to get to where we are now, do you know how many times that me and this brother have not spoken? Yeah? And Tony sent me a message. Don't watch no face. I wish you all the best. See you at the top. And I'm saying, yeah, stay down. I see you at the top as well. Later. I need to chat to you. And then my key to Tony is like, you know what, idiot. I bring you in this thing. And if it wasn't for me, you'd still be in Desmond's.
You little pasty boy. Anyway, Tunde, I hope that's a real coin around your neck and not one of those chocolate. This is the logo. This is Stamina for Soul logo. So you would never really see me with this out. Maybe once or twice, but it was made for me, and I appreciate it. I don't want to go back on the ends of my chain because man might just lash me. Man might just take that off. But yeah, big up Lee S. Anyway, Spence. Also, let's talk about what fight can we do? There's so many fights, Spence. Lee Wood beating Lara after being knocked out himself. That was a serious comeback, Spence. Because I think that was a few weeks after the Yarde fight, and Ben Davison again gaining more experience, seeing compassion in his fighter, and saving him for another day. And he came back in a rematch and he won the crown. So that was also a great fight. Other fights, Spence. I think most of them at the end of the year,
they did. Most of the good fights did happen at the end of the year.
Summertime.
Yeah. I mean, but I've got to say a massive big up to Lee Woods for the way how he got broke up in his first fight.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? To take the famous words of Tommy Brook, he had to adjust to readjust, right?
Readjust to adjust, man. Readjust to adjust.
He did that and he came out victorious. So like we got props, Lee Woods. And Yeah, I rate Lee Woods.
How can we forget Tank Davis against Garcia, which was really a super fight, billed as a super fight, done amazing numbers at the box office. Both fighters got paid very well, but really, was it ever a competition? Was it ever a competition? Tank made Garcia sign a rehydration clause. Both young men got paid substantially, but it was still one of the highlight fights of the year. That was in January as well, Spence.
You know what? This is what I'm saying. Like this year,
trust me, boxing came back on the map.
Yeah. This year, boxing.
We haven't even touched about Dubois and Big Baby Miller, Big Fat Miller, because that was a fight. That was a ruckus. That's going down as one of the fights of the year as well, in terms of entertainment. And,
you know what?
Blow for blow.
It was. Thank you so much, Alexander Wilson. Jaime Munguia, versus
Devchenko. I said that. That was the first fight I said.
Was one. That was a wicked fight.
Remember, because we was doing a watch along.
I got in and out between the two channels. I remember.
Yeah, and then my brother messaged me. He said, "Bro, you need to watch this other fight." So we was going in and out, but that was a blow for blow. The same Munguia who fights John Ryder. John Ryder again getting a shot.
Listen, big up John Ryder. I want John Ryder. John Ryder's in because remember, it's that super middleweight.
Yes. Which is John. John was a middleweight at first, and they've picked this fight to kind of like trying to set up the Canelo fight. So they want to gauge it, but John might just bro. We've seen the apple carts get turned upside down this year, and John Ryder may just do the same thing, because let's get it right. Munguia hasn't really set the world alight, has he? Come on, let's be honest.
He hasn't at all. He hasn't at all.
But I'm happy John Ryder's getting a shot. I think him more than not him more than anyone, because you reap what you sow in this world. But I think he couldn't have gone to a nicer bloke, hardworking professional, reaping the benefits of those hard work all these years later. Remember, it wasn't so.
Have you seen that Dixon youth that Anthony Crowler's got?
Dixon?
Yeah, good kid, you know.
I think a black youth.
Yeah.
I've heard of him. I'm not too. I think I may have seen the highlights of him. I need to see him more this week.
It was fine. I got some because a brother made the Sarks. He was the guy at the Sarks. I just saw it.
Let me look. This is Zhang. Anyway, let's look. Can I say something? Why is everybody jumping on this Andy Cruz prospect of the year thing? Well, because he had one. This is what I'm trying to say. People get excited too much.
It's Sunday, Andy. Let me tell you. You know the rules. You know what's going to happen to Andy Cruz, then?
Well, people get excited too much. And
where Cuban fighters go to America. Please explain to them, brother.
Let me tell you historically. When Cuba, and the fight is right. Those who have been on the show know the story. I always say about myself, AY, 50 Cent sitting down in the ring. 50 Cent is waxing lyrical about Gamboa, and I'm telling 50, bro. I'm saying this to 50, bro. When these men come from Cuba and they start drink some Mountain Dew, drink, and start going to the strip clubs, that discipline, it fades quickly. So listen, it's early days. And I don't know why there's. Let me tell you something. I'm saying, young Itoma is a better prospect than Cruz.
Listen,
I said it again. I'm gonna say it again. Young Itoma is a better. I say young because he's the younger of the two. Is a better prospect than Andy Cruz.
Thank you very much, Cindy.
I'm saying it. I remember I'm saying it at the end of 2023, going into 2024. That is going to be a problem this year. And as long as Francis Warren keeps on managing him, Francis knows the game well, keeps on doing what he's doing. Even if the kid wants to rush, there's absolutely no rush. An 18-year-old boy with dynamite in both hands, a southpaw, and we've heard the stories about him stopping certain man in sparring.
So the is rocking out bear man in sparring. I'm talking established
he's a prospect.
Fighters that he's rocking.
He's a prospect. He is a prospect.
Totally. As far as I'm concerned,
I keep on saying young Itoma because the first name is escapes me. Because remember, before it was all about Carroll.
Moses.
It's all about Moses Itoma.
Tundi, he's the best prospect in the world.
There you go. Say it again.
He's the best prospect. Moses
is going to be. Francis is probably watching right now, saying, "There you go, son."
I'm going to be. Listen, big up Francis Warren as well, right?
Come on.
Francis Warren has got the best prospect in the world, and you know why he's got the best prospect in the world? Because when he boxed the other day at your call,
yes,
right. When he boxed the other day, I don't hear Tundi talk about no fighters. You two boxing with Tundi Ajayi. If it wasn't for the fighters, right? Tundi, everything is AY, and now it's Joe Kodowa. You don't hear nothing about anybody else. So when you're seeing big Baba Tundi Ajayi, right? He is pounded yam with a goose, and then tell man, this you, Spencer, is going to be your problem. You better listen.
Listen, I'm telling you, that young man, if they manage him, which I'm sure there are sometimes even a manager can get excited. But I know he wants to be the youngest heavyweight champion, and then there's a great possibility he can do that. I'm always, operating on the side of caution, but we still need to see him take a shot on the chin, as they always say. I never used to like that saying. We need to see how he is when he gets a shot on the chin. Why you want man to get a shot on the chin? No, we don't need to see him get a shot on the chin. We just need to see him in a fight. And sometimes you only get one fight in your whole career, as Kevin Kelly told us last week on the show.
The legend,
fights, and it turned out that Emmanuel Augustus was Floyd Mayweather's hardest ever fight. He never had no hard fight. But it's going to be a good look. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. He said, I looked it up, and the 2023 biggest upset by odds was Ezekiel Madonna over Carol Itoma. He was 16-point underdog. And this is why you got to listen to The Fight Is Right and me. Because I said when that match was made, that match shouldn't get made.
Listen, Tony told me that that was on the Yarde Batabiyev undercard.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
When we was at the weigh-in, come like Tony said, right, you come to the weigh-in because everyone knows me. I don't go weigh-in. I don't go to none of them things. I'm not interested. I turn up for them because my man's them. Turn up and like and we was talking and Tony said, listen, I don't like this fight that my man's in.
That's what I always say, I never say a man's gonna lose, I'll just say, bro, I don't like this fight, Same thing I said about it. You see these promoters or managers, if they were smart, they would just listen to our show. I know enough of them are listening anyway. But when you hear Tunde Ajayi say, not too sure about that fight, it's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight. Obviously, at some point, you're gonna have to put your guy. I mean, there's levels in it. There's negotiation. There's fighting, getting the right fight for the right money, and not fighting a fight unless you're prepared. There's so many facets and levels of professional boxing, which I guess the average fan doesn't see. But all of these play a part when making decisions with a particular fighter and managing this particular fighter. But I must say, Moses Itoma is one fighter that I'll be watching his career very, very closely. Not only that, he said right outside after his victory, AY Anthony Yarde is his favorite fighter. So his first ever, he said his first ever fight, uh, he went to watch was watching AY, and that was and his professional debut was on AY's undercard. So he's even getting more props. But yeah, again, we got to talk about home. Billum Smith upsetting Lawrence Okoli. That was a good fight, Spence, and a highlight. Boatsi against Richards was a good fight. There were so many fights, Spence. So many fights.
Was Boatsi Craig Richard? Was it this year?
It was this year.
It was last year, Tunde.
It was last year.
It was last year.
But Okoli was this year, right?
Coley got broke up this year.
What's the matter with you?
No, I'm not disrespecting Lawrence Okoli, because Okoli's my guy. You got broke up. Let's call it as it is. Yeah? Lawrence Okoli made Chris Billum Smith look like he was Sugar Ray Leonard. Right? Let's just call it as it is, Tunde. Right? And I'm telling you again, you've seen the picture of Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli ain't boxing that cruiserweight again, Tunde.
But I told you, he looked like he was drinking Nigerian Guinness plus Nigerian Fanta, Eba, Egusi, and pounded in one sitting.
Tunde, you know the pound, you know the pounded yam, yeah. When it's just in the granular formula, yeah. It looks like he was eating that and then drinking the drink to make it swell up in his belly.
But you know, sometimes pictures make you look bigger than what you really are. So I don't know.
Tunde, no. He is massive. And you know what? If I was Lawrence Okoli,
yes,
I'd box a heavyweight.
Yeah, why not? Why not? If you
I'd
can
box
do
a
it,
heavyweight.
I'm sure he sparred lots of
I would box a heavyweight.
While we're on prospects, I look at, again, sometimes obviously we know about world boxing and we know about the cruises and what have you, and the Benavides, who's not a prospect no more. He's actually a standout world champion who's going to be avoided until somebody has to fight him. Andrade stepped up, but we saw what happened. But I'm going to say this. Vidal Riley is going to be a problem. Remember, I'm telling you, Spence.
But also, let's not forget Siobhan Clark neither.
Siobhan the Yard Man Clark. Siobhan the Yard Bermondsey Clark. That's what I'm calling Siobhan. Siobhan, people, you know what? You know what's interesting about Siobhan, yeah? Is people's going on like he don't exist. Yeah, that's what makes me laugh. Cruiserweights are going on like he's not even in the game. Siobhan's in the game, bro. But I don't hear nobody mentioning his name.
Tunde. Let me tell you this now, yeah? Siobhan Clark.
Yeah, big up Siobhan as well. That's my guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nobody mentioning Siobhan's name.
Right. He's got a good fight coming up. He's fighting what's his name? The Tommy Ute, the Irish brother. He's fighting him next.
Oh yeah, the former European champion. Yeah. My man should brought that.
Right. I'm just keeping this thing. Listen, half past fashion. Tunde is trying to expend some grace. That's Tunde's business, right? And I'm coming with this smoke. The reason why I'm telling you why I'm coming with this smoke, because I ain't got no time to muck around anymore. You know what I mean? Because time's precious. And I ain't got, you know what I mean? And this is our platform. Do you understand? Like, we've created something, me and Tunde. It's been 4 years, and we just kept on going. We ain't missed no weeks like, we've gone for about 2 weeks. No, we've kept consistent. When Tunde is away on certain fights, or he's in training camp, I'll man it and do it myself because I've been blessed. I've got mad black. I can get anyone. Right? That's it. Tommy McCarthy. So, Siobhan Clark is fighting Tommy McCarthy next, the former European cruiserweight champion. That's who he's fighting next. Right?
Yes.
I think it's on the 24th or the 7th of January, right? I'm looking to go up to that. Yeah, I'm looking to go up to that, right? And like people are kind of absconding from the name, as Tunde was saying, like he doesn't exist. Yeah. Nah, there are fights there now. I remember Mick Collier, our dear friend and the Southern Area chairman, Southern Area Boxing Board of Control chairman, turned around and said, let him have a couple fights and then fry him in. Like, fry him in.
Let him off the leash.
Yeah, fry him in. He's like, Fray's ready, fry him in. Straight away, fry him in. So,
big up Mick Collier.
Yeah, big up Mick Collier. I love Mick Collier to death, bro. He's one of the realest guys I've ever met in boxing. So, yeah, Siobhan Clark is a problem. But, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Alexander Wilson's just popping up. Alexander Wilson, you just got paid yesterday, innit? Over in America.
He's making 2024. Bless. Old tight Alexander Wilson for the $10. He said, over in America, there is a 22-year-old super lightweight named Ernesto Mercado.
Tunde, I've seen him.
Iced Jamia Nakatali in 2 like a month ago. Hold on, is that the same Nakatali brother who knocked out the brother on the Lemachenko show? Because that name sounds familiar.
Same brother.
That name sounds familiar. He's a prospect. That's all you all need to keep an eye on. Oh, maybe he's a prospect. It probably wasn't the same guy who knocked out the guy on the. That was one of them Australian brothers on the Lomachenko versus
Mercado can fight, son.
Okay, I'll be looking out for him.
Yeah, Mercado can fight. No, he can fight, bro. And it's like when we look at these guys, we have to just go back to what we were saying. Vidal Riley.
Yes.
He wants Chamberlain next, isn't it?
Yes, that ain't gonna happen.
So, yeah, I mean, huh? Nah, Tunde, it could happen, you know. Because
Chamberlain says he wants 250.
Yeah.
You should have come to me, mate. We would have boosted that price up again.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think that fight is so good. Well, you know what? The saddest thing is this. It's like Isaac Chamberlain is very technically good, right? Mm-hmm. But their names ain't big enough yet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I rate someone like Riley is simply because he wants the smoke, right? And he's very realistic in like his approach and how he talks. He wants that smoke, bro. But that'd be a good fight, man. That'd be a good fight. But the cruiserweight division in the UK is a wicked division, too.
Yeah, wicked meaning good. You man bragging over your contact book, but yet you cannot manage to get Dylan White on here or even someone in his camp with the info. Come on.
No, listen.
I don't know. Listen. I've never seen his thing.
Listen to me. Yeah. All right, listen to me.
I'll let Spencer answer.
Right, listen to me. The reason why we haven't got Dylan White on the show, okay? Because like, if you really want to get look again, I can phone him right now. But the reason why is because he hasn't made any other public thing. I'd have to go sit down and talk over this whole thing and blah 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 and everything else, right? There is still a massive question mark hanging over his head over these drug allegations, right? And I remember when he had these drug allegations before, I was overly backing him. And you know, if you're my bridge, I'm backing you in it. That's it.
Hold on.
So
you know what I'm reading? Go on, carry on, Spence.
Yeah, right. So on those kind of things, I'm just like, I'm giving Dylan time. I mean, we wrapped in a week this week, but I'm just giving Dylan time because right now, in Dylan White's position right now, it's only recently started to post back on Insta and stuff like that. So maybe it was like he's thinking like the whole world was against him and this and that and everything else. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Checkmate 734. You know what? You've been a person that have followed this channel for a long time, but I see the end of the year. You might have been drinking or something. I think you've been drinking, bro, because I'm gonna read your comment, yeah. I'm gonna try to deal with this calmly. You said no disrespect, Tunde, but I'd like Yarde to team up with Sugar Hill. Freddie Roach or someone that can enhance his offensive capabilities. He has the power to get rid of all these guys. Okay.
Sorry to
So
stop. How many
wait,
fights Yarde had?
wait.
How many fights did he have?
But checkmate. If you were just someone that I've never seen, I would just block you. I wouldn't even read the comment. But what I'm saying is, look, again, this is always a case of you people not respecting people in your own land. You talk about enhancing Yard's offensive capabilities. Okay. Has Freddie Roach or Sugar Hill got a fighter that has 24 wins and 23 knockouts? You need to tell me them. You need to tell me how they can enhance that knockout ratio. What? No, enhance it from 23 out of 24 to 24 out of 24. That's the only enhancement of offensive skills. So this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it just takes a little time to get the wickedness that's in people's heart. They play like they're your supporters. They just come up with this nonsense. And I don't know. I just don't get it.
The wickedness in them heart today.
Bro, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Offense means attack. If someone has a 99% attack ratio, what is Sugar Hill, Freddie Roach, gonna do to improve that? What? Tell me. And you man are going what did he improve Amir Khan?
Who, Freddie Roach?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Bro, I'm gonna allow you because it's New Year's. I'm gonna allow you. But I feel I wouldn't even put up your comment, but it's because it's you. Bro, these brothers are mad. They're actually mad. It just why? It just like what would be storing in your heart, yeah, to make you write a comment like that on New Year's Eve? Bro, it just come no. Bro, checkmate. I just feel like blocking you just because it's New Year's. Bro, Freddie Roach is gonna make you get broke up more because Freddie Roach is an offensive fighter, but he ain't thinking about no defense. So, bro, you need to do your research before you start naming these guys and not thinking about what you're talking about. Bro, come on, man. That's the worst comment than Sami Ali. I think Sami Ali's got a bit of sense. And checkmate 764 or whatever. I take it you're an adult. Bro, come on. Anyway, Spenny Rankins. Spenny's just sitting there laughing because I know Spenny's saying, bro, these people are bad, man, you know. No. Believe me, Ollie Palmer, next year, 2024, they get no energy because I'm just blocking them straight. I'm blocking them straight. Anyway, Spence, let's carry on talking about the highlights and the fights of the year. So we spoke about Tank and Garcia. That was a great fight. That's it. So are you telling me that this prospect you're talking about is the same Nakatani that knocked out Maloney? That was Junto Nakatani. And he knocked him out with an overhand left. That was in May. That was on the undercard of Devon against Lemachenko. If it's that same guy and you're telling me this prospect knocked him out in 2 rounds, then he's definitely a problem. He's definitely a problem. Ollie says, oh, what's this? James Cook. James Cook is sending us a something here. Big up James Cook, the legend himself. Tell me one of these what do they call them? These regurgitated Happy New Year messages. I get offended when man send me them, you know. You know like the posters, they just send you Happy New Year. No, if you're my brethren, type something. I want to see some type. Happy New Year, wishing you health, happiness, or at least type it, copy and paste it and send it. Don't send me no regurgitated Happy New Year 2024 message, man. I don't like that. I don't even reply it. But big up Mr. Jimmy Cook, the one and only. Spence, come on, man. Let's talk about these fights. All right. I think we've touched on the main fights, really. Alvarez came back. You know, good fight against John Ryder. Benavides and Yarde in his villa.
Canelo punch up your brethren.
Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez was a serious fight.
That was a wicked fight.
That was a serious fight.
That was a good fight.
Tank Davis becomes a Muslim, converts to Islam, taking on the Islamic name of Abdul Wahid, taking his Shahada. Also, Tony Harrison took his Shahada as well. Did you see that, Spence?
Who, the trainer?
Yeah, the trainer. Yeah, he took his Shahada the other day.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
in my girl's trainer.
Yes,
Trainer.
trainer seems to be having a lot of boxers. It's having a knock on
effect.
Well,
you know what? I'm keeping this thing totally what I mean. Beauregard comes across a little bad man, you know.
Repeat that what you just said.
Warren Gardner comes across a little bad man. I've said it.
She's very bad man now. You know what? No. She's bad man because I don't like the way she's coming on Clarissa like that. I don't like the way she's coming on Clarissa like that.
Tundi, I'm telling you.
No need for that. The sisters need to be empowering themselves. You understand? And it's totally uncalled for as well. Because, you know, and then she got a drug case to deal with. You're there calling out Clarissa.
Exactly.
You need to sort out this drug thing.
Tundi, I see the girl coming like she was the $6 million woman to Rati, the bionic woman. She was.
Yeah, look on the man said, look on nastiness she is. Yeah, that's how you know you got some road man in this thing here. Yeah, no, she's going. I don't like the way she's going on. She's looking a check from Carissa. Because
let Cruiser come down to 147 and I'll fight her. Why would Cruiser Shields? Right?
Cruiser Shields batted.
Why would Cruiser Shields, Tundi, come down?
Carissa can't get that. Carissa can't get to that to 147. You're mad.
The top of her foot, Tundi.
You've got a chop of from the one leg. You got a chop of one leg.
I should be fighting when she be hopping with 1 foot. What I'm trying to say to you is like, Beauregard, I'm telling you, from what I met her, the energy was moving, bro.
Let's hold on. Man said that batik. Nah, I met 147. Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyways, hold tight, hopefully. Yeah, sorry, Spencer. Sorry, we got off subject again.
No, I'm just saying, like, Tony, remember when I met Beauregard Gardner, when she come over and she boxed Michaela, my girl, when she boxed her.
Yeah, Michaela, yeah.
Right? When her energy was mookie, Tony.
Remember when we were in the changing room?
Yeah.
No. At a press conference, I gave her a little embrace. So, the energy.
Yeah, she's mookie, bruv.
The energy never felt good.
Mookie.
Maybe sometimes but usually my first impressions of somebody,
Tundi,
whether I have physical embrace.
Tundi, they're the right ones. Energy don't lie, bro.
Yeah, that's facts.
She's mookie. And then, like, we find out she's just been drugging up the place. And it's like certain man, because she got a little shape, she's a little hot gal, it's like certain man want to give her a free pass. No, brother.
Well, you have to prove yourself first. And I did read that she's trying to deflect. Yeah, Beauregard Gardner is trying to divert the fire she got under her butt for the PED's accusations. Okay. Girl, leave our good sis Shields.
Thank you. But you know, also, I could see the bad mindness.
Man said Carissa Shields is like Antonio Taffa. Sorry, the fight is right. You know me, I like joke, bro. I just find life funny. So when people say funny things, you know me already. I have to put them up. Carissa looks like Antonio Taffa. Man used to say Carissa looked like Mayweather with a wig on. Oh, type my sis Carissa. Go carry on. Sorry.
I'm saying, when she came over and she boxed, when she fought Michaela. When she boxed Michaela, and Clarissa Shields boxed Marshall. Yeah. At the
Yes.
press conference afterwards, because all the hype was about Clarissa, I could see the bad mind in her at the press conference afterwards. You know, I've said it. I
Mm.
know business because you're bad mind. Because I'm big Spencer Fearon. So when I'm coming up to you, like I see Tony Harrison embrace man and rare, like raw.
Yeah. Tony Harrison's was nice still.
Good brother. And I'm seeing this little midget gal. She's like the energy was mooky. So off of that, I said, I have to watch it. And then when I hear her banning a fire on Clusha, it's like you sitting there waiting for a downfall. That's
Sorry,
what I'm saying straight.
I actually need. We should have subtitles on this show. I'm going to talk to Manny about getting subtitles on this show because some of you man are showing where you come from. But Old Tat Rain 71, sure you've given us bare money today. Thank you for the fiber. They said yes. I was waiting for you to address this. Go side on and have some respect. Them red girl I run up the mouth.
And this is,
go sit down. I'm gonna sit down a bumper. Just sit down a bumper.
nah.
Bro, listen, bro, you need to put in an extra fiber for my translations, mate. Old time rain.
Straight standard. Anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And going back on the question,
sorry, Spence, we got to translate. But basically, the fight is right. What Reign 71 was saying is that Alicia Bungada needs to show some respect for Clarissa Shields. And what he was saying is that girls of a lighter color skin, red skin, light skin, Spencer Fearon's tone, love to open their mouth. And he is also saying that she should go and have a seat. A bombo. Anyway, that's the translation. Go ahead, Spence.
Listen, I just want people to realize this thing here, yeah. That with Clarissa Shields getting knocked down in sparring by a man, yeah. Tundi, we have got to touch on this, you know. You see how in America they're allowed like transgender to box. That's mad. That is mad. That is mad.
What is the fighter's right opinion on the USA boxing agreeing to transgender boxing in the coming year? I personally don't think that's fair because if you're born a man,
mad,
and you make the decision to get your meat and veg chopped off, you are still a man. You are still a man. So you now want to put big man. We've seen what a man can do to Clarissa Shields. So now you want to put a man and a woman in a fight and call that equal. That doesn't. I mean, maybe I'm reading the script wrong, but I can't see how that's fair, Spencer.
Tundi, how is it fair? It's ridiculous. About how is it fair? You know how to go find a Benny hat right now from Crossroads. You young kids, go and Google Benny from Crossroads. You're gonna know what time of day it is, right? Yeah. Right. I'm telling you, used to come on 6:30 in the weekdays. That's a big boy show, you know. Crossroads Motel don't play. Right. If we look at that, Tundi, yeah. This is what I'm saying is this. I have nothing against anybody who wants to transgender up themselves and change their sexual identity. You go and do it, yeah? No problem. What they should do is allow transgender women to fight transgender women.
Yeah. I think that would be more,
right? And have their own thing, because it is not fair. There is a reason why men, yeah, biologically have bigger hearts. Men have testosterone levels surpassing that of females, yeah, to the levels of I think it's like 6 times of a man. That's what men have.
Okay,
right?
I didn't know.
So what they're saying is in their thing is like your testosterone level has to be no more above. Women have like I think it's like 3 point something over the testosterone level. Men are like 7 to 10 in levels, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying you got to take the hormones to reduce. You got to take these injections to reduce your hormone levels. So your hormone level has to be at a 5. If you're at a 5, you're still 2 points above what a female is.
Okay.
So how is that fair? It's
Mm,
ridiculous. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? It is ridiculous. And that's a
mm,
living because remember, I have seen professional fighters die.
mm.
So how are you protecting the interest of the sport and how are you protecting the participants who are in the sport? It is ridiculous.
Mm.
And that is that.
Invisible Cloak Productions, thank you for the heads up. I don't think that they're going to lock off the channel because we've got an opinion. We're not, and really, we've asked the question: do people think it's right or wrong? I've seen as much said and spoken about on social media all today, so I don't see why they would want to lock off the fight is right
They
for
could,
just
they could, they could, listen, they could
clearly
not.
wait, Spence, let me finish. Clearly stating what is already out there, and if that was the case, I know there will be a lot of people who will be up in arms for trying to stop such a open show. There you go. But go on, Spence. Sorry.
Yep, yep, ridiculous. But that's it. I ain't want to give it no more
Yeah,
airtime.
yeah. It's just a
Right?
point. It's just a point
But
we
what I
spoke
am going to
about.
say is this:
Yeah,
with Clarissa Shaw's, when her getting knocked down in sparring, and then people
yeah.
going like, "Oh, yeah, go." Well, she got knocked down, and I see a lot of people glorifying the fact that she got knocked down in sparring. Right?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
want I want you to realize this here. There is no box rec for sparring records, right?
Yes, sir.
And also, she's a female boxer going up
Yeah.
against a male boxer, and she got dropped. So what? People go like she got sparked, like she was dead. She got dropped. Now,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you this now. There's a fighter called Hank Henry who called Kid Coco, 1951. Knocks down the reigning middleweight champion of the world, who's actually Sugar Ray Robinson. Nobody don't know Kid Coco.
Mm.
All right? You
Touching
hear
it.
me? Okay. You want me to go touch on it even more? Lennox Lewis got knocked down in sparring by Ross Purity.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right? He was the first man to beat Klitschko in it. Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Nobody don't know Ross Purity.
Yeah, very
Lennox
few people.
Lennox Lewis has got 3 big mansions, one in Jamaica, one in Canada, and one in Ghana. And
Funny.
Lennox Lewis is mean, so he still got his money from first grade.
Mm.
So don't try to tell me about this. Oh, what happened in sparring and rare. Thank you very much, Ren71 for the £5. Imagine if LeBron James went to the
The
WNBA.
women NBA, yeah. The women
Yeah,
NBA.
right?
As a woman.
As a woman to us, he would score a million points a game. It's
Again,
stupidness.
stupidness.
And that's how
It's
it is.
yes. Yeah, I
Come
think
on.
you made a good point. I think transgenders against transgenders
Yeah.
would be good. Yeah, because you have male versus male,
Come on.
women versus women. And
And
so
you punch up and you can punch up. Simple as
yeah,
that.
yeah, I think that's a good suggestion actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you never know. Someone from Boxing USA may listen to the show and put that forward to the panel. Thank you, Menno Talk, for the another old school friend sending me. Nah. See all these little. Anyway, thank you, Menno Talk, for the £10. Big up Muscle and the knowledge. Great show. God made man and woman. Trans is not natural. Happy 2024. Family, greatest boxing podcast on the planet. South London in the building. No comment. Bro.
No, I'm saying a comment. Thank you for the £10. Anyway.
Yeah. Thank you for the £10. Yeah, Spence. All right. So we've spoke about some of the highlights of 2024 2023, what fights, magical fights or dream matchups would you like to see in the year 2024?
Well, we're getting it from Turkey Al Sheikh on February 17th in Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. And it will be a quarter of a century that we've had an undisputed heavyweight champion. The last man being Lennox Lewis, November of 1999, when he beat Evander Holyfield. So that's history that we're going to history. And the fight is right. We'll be doing the flight is right out to sunny Saudi Arabia. So you lot save up your money because from tomorrow morning I'll start posting this thing. And me and Tony's going to be doing the live and exclusive watch along from ringside at that fight. So it's a great time, man.
Come on, you're hearing it first. You're hearing it here live on the Fight is Right. We will be doing the Flight is Right in Saudi Arabia. Packages will be available very shortly.
Trust me.
And I'll put that on the site as well, Spence.
Yep.
But yeah, Plotting Chris, Air Max 90 says, Yarde Buatsi, I think it's a fight that a lot of people want to see. But again, I hate to be a party pooper, but Joshua Buatsi has a very tough assignment against Dan Aziz February the 1st. Is it the 13th or something like that? Or
February the 3rd. February the 3rd.
Isn't it? It's February the 3rd.
You're going to be down there, right? Because it's going to be at the OV02, not OV Wembley. It's going to be at Wembley, isn't it?
Yes.
It's going to be at Wembley, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's going to be at Wembley. That's going to be a decent fight. That's going to be a decent fight. I'm looking forward to that.
1 second, Spence.
So I don't know what Tundi's doing right now. You look. Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, sorry, Spence. You were saying I'm going to be at the fight. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, you're going to be at the fight.
We're still waiting an announcement for our fight. When I say our, Yarde. We're in camp now, getting ready. So we'll see. So yeah. So I would love to be there, ringside. It's going to be a great fight. I actually believe it's going to be a great fight because, you have one who is seemingly the underdog, but one who I know has the grit, determination, and the will to get this victory, Spence. And that is Dan Aziz.
Listen to me, yeah? Dan's doing his bit. He's grafting. You know what I mean? He's grafting. But you know what? It's going to be a good fight because the two combatants know each other. They've sparred many a time. Right?
I'm telling you.
They've sparred many a time. And you know what? Just because A can punch up B in sparring doesn't mean that A can punch up B in a real fight.
Come on. We've seen it all the time, Spencer.
Trust me. I can buy life story with that. I can punch up. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. So, you know what I mean? But
just that you claim you beat me in sparring, but I will bust you up.
I don't think
you didn't beat me in sparring, and you can't beat me in a real thing either.
Tundi, I'll punch you up, Tundi. Let's be real. Tundi knows I was the king of sparring. He knows that.
I will thump that Benny Hill hat off your head.
That Benny Hill hat.
Anyway, sorry, people, we're diverting again. But yeah. Aziz Buatsi is going to be a good fight.
I see on here. What's that? Invisible Productions. Yeah. Oh, you put it up there. Yeah. I mean, Jai Opadaya versus Richard Riakpo.
Yeah. You know what? You heard me say it. Richard Riakpo, when he claps you, but after seeing that performance from Jai Opadaya, I'm like, I think maybe we just need to sidestep that one. Let that man have a few more fights, and then we take him on, Richard. But let's go after the other belts first. We don't need to be stepping up there right now. Let's go for Billum Smith first. Deal with Billum Smith.
Well, you know what? It was earlier this year when I took my son to the Creed movie premiere. Which, when I say to Tundi, I've got tickets for you. Want to come to this telly, but nah, he.
Bro, that's the highlight of the year, you know. That is the highlight of the year. That little thing there's a highlight of the year. Go ahead, Spence. Go ahead.
I said to Tundi, do you wanna come to the thing? Tony Bailey hooked me up with some tickets. Tundi was like, no, that's not the real premiere because Frank and his team have given me tickets to go to this show. They gave Tundi some screening show. He went at no premiere, bro. Tundi was vexed, you know, because
Carry on with the story, man. Carry on with the story. What's
when the fight kicked off between Rapcore and Nicole, and I'm saying, no, post up the thing. Anthony, no, don't post up no negative thing on our podcast.
Yeah, remember that. But this guy's memory is something else, you know. But they called him
don't post nothing because he was so vexed because he never got invited to go to the.
Nah, but I was hurt. They tricked us. They tried to give us some little premiere free. I was hurt. But yeah, going back to what we were saying, Spence. Rapport, I think, should go for one of the other champions and set that fight up. Let's make that a big fight. You know,
they should. Because,
let's make that a big fight.
If Richard Rapport had boxed that Lawrence Okolie that turned up against Billy Smith, he'd have beat him.
Yeah. Richard. To be fair, Richard's always felt that he can stop.
He's never respected Lawrence. I remember from way back when I was at Sky and I had Richard on the show. Richard was saying that like Lawrence was a duck him in the amateurs as well. So
it's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Tundi, how you doing Insta Live for the fireworks? You know what? I done it. Remember, I done it last year, Bob. That's funny. You never know. It doesn't even feel like New Year's today. Probably because I was in the gym today, and I'm going to be in the gym tomorrow, and I'm going to be in the gym every single day. But you never know. Maybe I'm not really feeling it. Listen. Anyway, I'm not. I said it a while ago. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to do this year. I'm just going to do it. So you never know, Bob. Thanks for the $4.99. Anyway, thank you, Nathan Bailey. Also, appreciate you, my guys. Enjoy the New Year's. May God keep blessing in abundance, manners, and respect. Old tight Nathan Bailey, $4.99. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. See him with the Arsenal DP. Big up Arsenal. Did we win today? Arsenal played today, didn't they? Spence.
You asking me like I'm watching football. People have to understand my routine on a Sunday is quite simple. I have to get up and go and do the shopping. And I have to get up and do the shopping. And fair play to my little daughter, Rhea. Because when I say, oh, do you want to come shopping with daddy? She's the only one at my kids in the house who would say, yep, I'm going to come with you. Because she knows she just want to spend a little daddy time. But not only that, but she knows like we're going to go to Starbucks and do little bits. So...
listen, we're veering off, but this is the good thing about our show. We don't always have to cover boxing for the whole duration of the show. We go into other life matters and things like that. But Spence, I'll ask you, Tundi, do you think speaking into existence is a thing?
Of course it is. What kind of? Of course it is.
It's actually a good question because I was having a conversation with a lady yesterday about this. But go on, explain.
It is, and here's the most perfect example of it. Yeah, where it's been. I can't tell you on things moving into my life. I'm saying, well, I've been present where it's happened to somebody else's life. Today, I sent Tundi the video clip of Clarissa Shields when she came over to London 4 years ago, right? And she was at Tundi's. She came down to do the show. Alvina, the lady that was looking after her PR at the time, was like my sister.
Big up Alvina.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her down, and we sent out all the whips when we had all the whips to pick her up. That day was nuts, dude.
Come on.
Right? And she came and she was in the kitchen with Tundi, and Tundi ordered up bare pizza that day as well. And we was there talking after we did the show.
Pizza.
Huh?
Halal pizza.
Yeah, halal pizza. Halal pizza with the bacon and pepperoni on it, right? And she was on the balcony talking to Tundi, and she looked over at the O2, And Tony said, that's the O2. That's the shit. Oh man, I would love to fight there. Right? And I said, everything's possible when you believe. And then Tundi said to her, you're going to fight there. I'm telling you. You know how Tundi goes on, like his Pastor Matthew. He goes like, listen, I'm telling you, you're going to fight there. Dream it, believe it, become it. You're going to fight there. She was like, yeah, dream it, believe it, become it. Now flip the page. It took 2.5 years, but 2.5 years, she come over. And then what happened? She gets the biggest fight of her life, the biggest money that she ever earned in her life at the O2. Don't tell me that you can't speak things into existence, because you can. It's quite simple. When you believe in your belief becomes your reality, is what you choose to believe. And like the great Les Brown always says, it's not that people aim too high and miss, is that they aim too low and hit. There is a difference, right? Scripture says that as a man thinketh, then so is he. Or as a person thinketh, then so is he. So it's your thoughts. You control your thoughts.
So
he is. Right? As simple as that. And what did the Apostle Paul say? The Apostle Paul said, you must have faith to call for things that be not as though they are. Quite simply, the Apostle Paul was telling you, you kind of have to fake it till you make it. Right?
Apostle Paul in the chat about no faking.
But what is it? But you have to have faith to believe and call for things that be not as though they are. So you got to roll with that feeling that it is there, it is present. Because when you go out there, this guy, what's the matter with his brother? I'm not no gallus. I want man to realize that part there. Beyond the ring.
And racial.
Thank you very much for the $5. Cheers to the new year. Hope everyone is safe, healthy, and happy. And that's the key. But I'm telling you, you have the power to do these things, to call things into existence. You have the power to do that, right? But I'm going to say this to people as well. Like when Tunde's saying, dream it, believe it, become it, right? He said it so much that is a daily talk when I'm saying to people every day. As my brother from another one, dream, believe, become it. And when I'm saying,
I realized that you see, since you start saying more money start come to you, bro. Spencer, you're a jiddle. You keep up my things. I'm right? Since you know what? I was sitting down this morning. And I'm like, bro, is it me that come up with this thing? Because I hear Spencer say it so many times. And Spencer's like, yeah, just earn a 15K app. Just earn 20K app. I just earn 50K app. I said, okay. So yeah. Bro, Spencer, I'm watching you, bro. I'm watching you. But
I'm telling you, man, you have to dream it to believe. You listen. But dreams only work unless you do.
You have to get up and work. And that was really the point I was making. Action. That's why action, another word for action is become it. You have to, you visualize, but there has to be work done. You can't be sitting down like a lot of people thinking the law of attraction. You just say, I want to be, well, you got to get up and do something.
Right. You see what Nonito Donaire is saying on there, Ton? It's Nonito Donaire. You know that, yeah?
Not the real Nonito.
It's the real one. It's him.
Oh, no, wait there. First of all, Damien Charles, thank you for the $4.99. Bless up for next year. I need to jump off because seriously, you, man, gonna cause my divorce the way I keep on tuning into you. Big up, new Mrs. Charles. Old type Mrs. Charles, and thank you.
Come on. Thank you. Yeah, Nonito is on here now, Ton. That's him.
All right. The legend, Nonito Donaire is live and direct with us. And it is a pleasure to have you. Let me say, Let me put the Manny. Is Manny here? Manny's not here. Anyway, I know how to do it now. I'm getting a bit I'm getting a bit savvy. So I think I know how to put the link up in the description bar. And it will be an absolute honor to have you speak
A
Mr.
legend.
Donaire.
Look, now listen.
Let me.
Before I knocked out, dog, you can put it up because he sent us
Yeah,
five.
I'll post the link up there. So if you can, Mr. Donaire, but let me read the comment. It says, before I knocked out Darchinian, which was a massive knockout,
Horrible.
I drew, listen, myself with 2 belts, and I spoke everything I have into existence. Listen, that's Rachel, obviously his wife, and Nonito himself, the legend, Mr. Nonito Donaire. And it's a fact.
Right.
So to answer your question, he's showing you he done it. He's showing you, the Filipino Flash. He's showing you he done it. Carissa Shields stood on my balcony and said, I would love to fight at the O2. I told her, dream it, believe it, become it. She said it in that Michigan voice. A few years later, she was there. Nonito says, you give me a second. I'm driving home from lunch, but I'll catch y'all up. I'll catch y'all in time. I'll jump on. Thank you very much, sir.
Right.
It'll be an honor to have you for the New Year's.
Trust
Yes,
me.
sir.
Because,
Yes, sir.
I'm telling man this now, yeah? And it's really weird that it's New Year's Eve. I remember getting arrested, yeah, when I was 15 years old. So, that is 35 years ago today.
Wow.
I got arrested, and I checked this one out. I remember ringing my mom and dad. I was at my aunt's, yeah? I was at my aunt Pinder's house, and I ring my mom and dad. I ring my mom and dad's house, and I went to him. I said, "Oh," I put some little Cockney voice. Because I was going to be a voice. I went, "Is that Mr. and Mrs. Federon?" And my mom said, "Yes." I said, yeah. I'm ringing you about your son Spencer. He's just been arrested, and blah blah blah." Swear down, yeah. And then I said, "Oh, mommy, I'm joking." And mom said, "Don't say that to her." Anyway, put that on the phone. 2 weeks after Tundi, New Year's celebration, right? And everyone used to go to Trafalgar Square them days.
Come on, Trafalgar Square. Everybody will be up there.
Exactly. At 12
and fly down to Chocadero after. Come on. Chocadero will change that.
I'm leaving there. I'm on a bus going back home. And there's a big group of youths on the bus. And certain youths were just robbing up bare people on the bus, yeah? And I said, nah, I'm gone. So I'm getting off the bus to go home. Tundi, the 5-0 just fly down, yeah? And they scooped up everybody. They weren't in no long talking with anyone. They just scooped up everyone. First time I ever got arrested. They scooped up everyone and they brought me to Carter Street. Nick, do you know how serious Carter Street police?
No, Carter Street ain't even there no more. Remember Carter Street? Right next to Bagel King.
Tundi, they bust up money in that place so regular.
Oh, people used to get bust up in that place. Carter Street. Carter Street, Nick, mate.
They brought me down to Carter Street police station. And I remember, like, my mom, I was 15, and then I had a paper round then as well. And there was a big thing around the area. And, Spencer's got arrested. Because enough people never get their paper the next morning, right? So my dad come, and it's the first time I've ever said, I've listened, all my life, I've never heard my dad swear. Never. That was the first time. God rest my dad's soul.
Wait, what do you say? Papa? What do you?
Nah, when my dad turned up, like, because I was underage, when I was having questioning, your parents could be present. So you got your lawyer, your parents could be present. So, the policeman to me. Oh, so tell us, Spencer, you were there on the bus to rob and steal, yeah? And this is my dad. Listen, you little blow. He said, listen, my son are not thief. My son is not no thief.
Why does every thief's parent think that their child is not a thief? My son would never do that.
It's the first time in my life that I've ever seen my dad swear, and to see him be unshaven. It's like he had like a little gristly piece coming out because he just come out of the house straight. I was in that cell for like 23 hours, and then they released me. Then they released me. I remember they nicked my nephew as well. And like I remember coming home, and then my mom said to me, remember 2 weeks ago your phone and said you get arrested? you put your mouth on yourself. And then from then, I realize don't put your mouth on yourself, bro. Right?
Your words are your spell.
But I'm telling you, if the average human being, Tundi, has 30 trillion cells, a cell. When I'm calling, what's this thing called?
It's called your cell phone, mate.
Thank you very much. And we can communicate. Our cells, every cell in the human body communicates with each other.
Come on.
Every cell.
Is right, you know. People tuning in think it's just boxing. It's just life. But I have always said boxing is life and life is boxing. Come on.
Right.
Go ahead.
So we as human beings, we have human receptacle powers, to omit and transmit energy, feelings, thoughts, and everything else because we are thoughts, feelings, and situations of our mindset. So careful when you're saying these mocking things. That's why I disrespect anyone to turn around and call anybody else ugly. And when I was young, I used to say it to enough people. Look at this, look at ugly blood. I used to say that regularly.
When he was young, you used to say that. You said that last week. You know, like, no, I remember you said that. Remember you used to say that, Spence. And I said, stop saying that.
Yeah, and you say, Spence, don't say that. You know,
don't call people ugly. Don't do that.
Don't call people ugly. You know what I mean? All like one. You know, Mikkel. Who used to work down at the Real Fight Club with me. You know, Mikkel from Brixton. Yeah. Ad was brother. Yeah. I used to say to Irregular, look how you look a monkey, right?
You're cool, man. That you ain't. You used to say this all the time, and I always used to say to you, Spence, bro,
right? And then until you are around a female who is pregnant for you, yeah, and you're thinking you want your child to be healthy, and all these things are running through your head, and you're saying, right?
There's no need to go there, Spence.
Now I'm just being real though. So nobody's not ugly because God's created them. No, but so all of them kind of things. That's why I don't. Whatever you admit, careful because you're leaving the gateways open for you to receive that. Just like never have no negative talk about yourself. Yeah,
there's a question I want to ask, Nonito. But hopefully he'll come back on. Thank you, Adam Lord, for the £5. He said, "AY or I love your stuff, boys. How do you see Callum Smith versus Artur Beterbiev going? Do you give Callum a chance?"
I'll leave that one to Tundi.
I'm going to let Spencer answer that.
No, I'm going to leave that one to you, Tundi. You got better experience on that.
No. I ain't saying nothing.
You talked about energy when Beterbiev coming to the fight and not bathed for all 3 weeks.
I'm not going to say nothing because you never know. Down the line, we could end up fighting one of those guys. So I don't really want to, put my opinion. I definitely have an opinion, but I just can't wait for the fight. What I will say is that you already know they've set up the Bivol versus Artur unification in Saudi. Bivol yesterday or today confirming that he has signed for the fight. So that basically tells you where everybody thinks the fight is going. But having said that, we did have an agreement for Deontay Wilder to fight AJ when he was supposed to win on Saturday night, and that went pear-shaped. So you never know. You just never know. It's boxing. I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing I said with Deontay Wilder. I need to see the effects of the Anthony Yarde fight on Beterbiev. And I will only know that, after 3 rounds. After 3 rounds of the Deontay Wilder fight, I said, you see? I told you, bro. That fight.
I'm telling you. Also, let me just big up Steve Robinson. He's on the team, one of the elders from back in the day. So big up Steve Robinson.
Steve Robinson, the boxer Steve Robinson.
No. Not that Steve Robinson. Steve Robinson used to be from Canada. You know what I mean? Okay. But he's one of the elders. You remember Jackson? You must remember Jackson. Elder Jackson used to have all the bad boy cars, the Porsches, everything from back in the day. You must remember Jackson.
No one remember Michael Jackson. Yeah. But John, there you go. AY might have slowed down better because that was a serious fight for a 40-year-old.
Yeah, but Ton, it was a serious fight, but the rest has done him good, you know.
Oh yeah, but remember. Anyway, I don't want to see.
Yeah,
I start.
I know. Right,
I
but I'm
start
just saying, I think the
talking.
rest has done him good. Me personally, right? It wouldn't come to no surprise to me if Callum Smith doesn't outpoint Better Behave,
There's that fighting game points.
right? It would. I'm just letting you know now. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. But was I know how destructive this brother is? I witnessed it. He's destructive, man.
The fight ain't going points, Spence.
All
And
right,
I'm saying that fight is going to end before 6 rounds.
rotted Ton. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that fight is going to end before 6 rounds. You heard me say it today. We ain't got long to wait. And while I'm here, let us just remind ourselves that in 6 days, 7 days, O'Hara Davis fights. This old boy is about 97 years old. In Barrios, very good fighter. Let me not.
Tundi,
Let's
that's
not
not a
get
good fight for O'Hara, you know?
it.
All right. O'Hara's
O'Hara is
going to
about,
win, but it's not a good fight for him, Ton.
but what I will say, O'Hara all of a sudden can gate crash the world scene, and however you look at it, he can put a spanner in major fights getting made. Yeah. So, but my thing is this: all O'Hara needs to do is use his legs. Because after 5 rounds, Barrios will not have the same intensity. So he really needs to take the blueprint from Rowley, because Rowley showed a different side of him in that fight, and he knew because he said Barrios hit so hard that he had to box, bro. So O's got good feet. People may not realize O has got good feet. He just doesn't really box that because O's a big puncher. But yeah, I think the first 6 rounds, O needs to be very, very wary. But he definitely has the power, I believe, to even stop Barrios. So we'll see. So that's in the 6th day. I think Virgil Ortiz tops the bill. So again, talking about existence, I know fighting in Vegas is something O's always wanted to do, and he finds himself there regardless of what anyone thinks. And yeah, great opportunity for the young man. I big up his coach Will Jones, who literally me and him chat daily.
Has O'Hara flown out yet, yeah?
Yeah, he's there. He's there. He only got to give himself 7 days, but he's there. But big up Will Jones. What a massive opportunity for a young trainer. Just
I love them things. I love them things. Big up Will Jones.
But the thing I love about Will is that
he shows respect to his elders.
And he always asks for advice. He wouldn't you understand what I'm saying? He's not afraid to learn from. He's always messaging me and we're always messaging each other. And I'm supporting him as well as O'Hara. Shock the Golden Boy stuff. Because the Golden Boy, they want to make it easy. They want Barrios to win, which will make it easy for them to make the Rowley fight or possibly the Devon Haney fight. It'd be good to ask Bill what is actually going on with that fight, because according to Ryan Garcia, negotiations have already started. So that'd be interesting. If that fight was to get made, Devon against Ryan Garcia, that's big. That is big, Spence. That'd be a big fight for 2024. Devon Haney versus Ryan Garcia. What other fights do we want to see? AJ versus... Who do we want to see AJ fight, Spence?
To be real, Ton. To be real.
It's Usyk kind of mash up the whole thing, He
did mash up. With his little
Usyk, he just killed the whole dance because we just like to see big punches getting traded in the heavyweight division. And Usyk, with his skill and his cerebral power, has basically just mashed up everything. But we still got some. we still got some big hitters in the mix. You know, Herkovich is there, Zhang is there, AJ's there, obviously. Dubois is there. Who else? Big hitters. You definitely got those four guys. Is there another big hitter? Wilder,
Zhang,
but we don't know if
Zhang,
Wilder.
Zhang,
No, I've said Dubois. I did say Dubois.
Zhang.
Oh, Zhang, I said Zhang. I said four
Oh,
of them.
sorry.
Zhang, Herkovich, Dubois, Wilder, and AJ. That's five. Yeah, so it's good, man. It's good. Big up Menno Tunde is such a humble brother. A lot of fighters have passed through his camp, but he never gives himself credit. Big up Tunde. We know what you've done in the sport. God bless. Come on, all day. Listen.
Stop for a second. Who said that? Who said that? Who put that one up?
Menno Talk.
Menno Talk, yeah? Menno
Menno
Talk, big up. You've been donating cash as well. I want everyone to realize this part here. I want man to listen because we're going into 2024. If it wasn't for me, Tundi would still be in Desmond's barbershop.
Bro,
it's the truth.
Don't listen to Spencer, man. Spencer don't
Really don't listen to Tundi, you still be in the barbershop, man. You're calling yourself the dentist, thinking that is real. And then I see you, I say, shut up. I say, go down the proper gym.
Yo, fool. Oh, tight. Deep Road Man Thinker. Usyk will complete the boxing game at 100%. World gold, Olympic gold, all Ali trophy, undisputed cruiserweight and heavyweight, lineal undefeated, pound for pound, number one, TBE, the greatest, just beauty in the cemetery. You know what? Deep random thinker. That was actually a deep thought and a well-explained thought as well. So if he does it, if he does somehow get past the Gypsy King, which many people probably will give him more of a chance after Tyson Fury's last fight, but let's get it right. Tyson Fury definitely not going to have the same, the oomph, the pizzazz, the get up and go for Ngannou as he is going to have for Usyk. I know Tyson Fury is in deep training right now as we speak. Tyson Fury ain't looking to lose this one. He ain't looking to get dropped or nothing. He's looking to seal the deal. And don't be surprised if after this fight, Tyson Fury calls it a day, mate. Don't be surprised. He might just say, yeah, I'm done with this boxing. Because he's done it. He's clocked the game twice. So, listen, he ain't getting younger. He's actually achieved everything he needs to achieve in the sport of boxing. Financially secure, I would say, even though I don't know his bank balance, but he's definitely earned a few quid. And then what more other than fighting AJ? That might be just a fight that he just wants to just do. You get what I'm saying? Because he beats Usyk. Usyk has beat AJ 2 times. So really, I don't want to kill the fight Eddie. I'm not trying to kill the fight Eddie or Frank, but realistically, he's beating a man who beat the man who beat the man. So we'll wait and see. Let's get this fight out of the way first, which is going to be a massive event, one which we will be covering live from Saudi Arabia. So I'm looking forward to meeting Turkey Al Sheikh and the man them.
Trust me.
See if we can do any deals. You never know. Still, I was trying to hold on for Nonito, but you never know. Listen, maybe we'll message. Maybe I'll message him on Insta.
Yeah.
On Insta, give him the details, and we'll get him on again. But it's wonderful to know that boxing stars, Spencer, not only come on the Fight Is Right,
watch the team,
but actually take time on a Sunday, regardless it's New Year's Eve, it's Sundays. People all over the world come and watch the Fight Is Right. It's serious. But you know how big Nonito Donaire is? He's a big man in this thing.
He's a legend.
A legend in this thing. The Filipino Clash.
I'm telling you, and before he fought Regondo, yeah?
Yeah. Manny, you're there, man. We got to bring Manny, Spence. Even if the man have to pay for him. Because he's the technical man of the thing.
Yo, come on, 1,000,000%. No, I don't know. He's got to turn on the monetization a bit more quicker these days.
Yeah, man. You need to step it up, mate.
Of course. We need him to film up our stuff, and there's loads of little bits that he can film.
100%.
Loads of little bits.
Yeah.
I mean, big up Spencer Brown and Gold Star Promotions as well. But yeah, it's going to be I'm looking forward to this. Every like for this new year, it's like we're stepping into this new year proper. Yeah, I mean, God's just on the job, man, and it's like, trust me, just properly on the job, and I'm so grateful. Yeah, I mean, I'm so
Wow. If this is true, this is amazing. Invincible Cloak Productions is hearing, and I'd like to know where this rumor has come from, that Zillian Zhang is fighting Francis Ngannou.
yeah, but where would that be? That has to be in China, and China's going to be paying them a bag of money.
Could it be in Saudi? Remember,
Mm,
remember,
yeah,
yeah?
Frank's got the promotional
Remember,
thing.
Zhang is promotionally tied to Frank, from what I understand.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and Frank is the big man out in Saudi. You can't, no fight can't go in Saudi unless you go through Frank. So, so
Interesting.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I know Spencer is on the phone to Spencer now, trying to message him. Bro, you know I know Spencer. Spencer knows what's going on.
That's
Spencer's
a
got
lot
the
of
hook up.
gossip, bro.
Spencer's got the hook up. But that would be a big fight, as Leo O said. That would be a tremendous fight. Zhang against. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure and joy to, on New Year's Eve 2023, to bring in a man that has fought the good fight, the one, the only, the Filipino Flash, Mr. Nonito Donaire.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Thank you for having us, man. No, it's a beautiful year and a lot of things to accomplish. I mean, there's always a lot of things to create, in life. That's how we are as people, is we always create things and we're just fearful to to what greatness that we can do, because there's a lot of things about us that um that holds us back. The only person that really holds us back is nobody else but ourselves, and the power of manifestation is the power of our heart, the power of our frequency, the power of our energy. Amen. That is the true essence of life, is when we can be authentic to who we are, we can be authentic to our mind, we can be authentic to the desires that we have in life. Because in all scriptures of every religion, it's all about creation, and it's all about the heart. Whether you're Christianity, Islam, or Buddhism, or whatever it may be. As human beings, we create. We are powerful beings of creation, and that's why we can manifest through our intention, and that intention comes from the mind, but the root is from the heart.
Mm.
Listen, Nania, listen. I love to hear. Sometimes I think when you see people that seemingly appear successful actually speak the way those who may not appear successful, I think it brings light to everything. And to hear you speak the words in such clarity is really a joy to behold on this New Year's Eve. Um, what is happening in the life of Nonito Donaire at present?
Well, I'm just living life, man. I'm blessed with my beautiful wife, who's been really the guiding light for me. For every man,
Come on.
they need a person who has the strength to lead a real man. To become the real man that he is. And sometimes a man doesn't understand who he is until he is tested. And the one person that can really truly test is when it's about love, when it's about the heart. And my wife has tested me so many times. I'm like, man, I'm done with this stuff, man. I'll forget this.
Yeah.
But then I came back and I'm like, you know what, maybe this is something that I need to learn. And sometimes being honest to yourself, especially as a man, you learn to grow, because sometimes it's up for us to, when there's struggles, and when all of that is in front of us, it's teaching us that, hey, maybe I got to look within myself to kind of work this thing out. Maybe I need to learn something to understand her, and all that stuff. So ultimately, life is great, and I'm blessed with my wife. But then, my two boys has led me to learn even more about myself, because I see those guys, and they teach me a lot, man. And that's a lot of patience and love that you have to create for yourself, because for me as an old school fighter, it was reaction. I'm gonna beat your
Yes,
ass, boy, blah, that, this and that, so, and I
yes,
came to understand that. I'm like, that's the same thing that I hated about growing up, because I get whooped, I get beaten on. And then and then I realized, why am I doing that when something growing up I hated being that way, right? And so I started showing love more, and showing leverage to my kids that, hey, man, you got to earn what you have. You got to earn all of this stuff. Just because you get everything in life, the other kids can't have, doesn't mean that you can't. Doesn't mean that you're just gonna get it for free. You're gonna have to earn all of it.
Mm.
Nonito, can I ask you, Spence? You want to go first?
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
I met Nonito Donaire, yeah? I'm gonna tell you when it was. Called out there for Casamayor when he beat Diego Corrales. And you box on the undercard then. What's the brother you fought?
It's been a long time, man. I've had too many
Andrade.
fights.
You boxed Andrade. That's who you box. You boxed a 12 rounder against a brother called Andrade. I remember coming. I went back into the change room. Yeah, yeah. Um, that was the first time that I saw you box. And two fights after that, you become world champion when you broke up Darchinian, right? And yeah, you just threw hands. You were just a very, very intensive human being then. But the thing that I liked about you, because I saw you in the casino, that was at Mandela Bay in Vegas. And I saw you in the casino afterwards. And you had bit of Filipino man around him. And I was like, yeah, this guy he's a properly, properly nice guy. And the thing about it is this, we're actually honored that you listen to our show, bro. Because you're a legend.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for being here as well. I mean, I was just led here. Sometimes, I like listening to people who love boxing, and I appreciate that. And it was a topic that I'm all about, which is manifestation and creation, and that's something that for me, who grew up in the Philippines, was born in the Philippines. I didn't have anything. I didn't have electricity. We didn't have any food. We would get fish, and we would dry it up to last us for months. And there was no nutritional value in it, but it was something to get something in our stomach. And so that's why, for me, from somewhere to a place where I didn't have anything, to having a lot of things in my life, and having a lot of abundance. That's something that I want to share to people, that we as people, we create. We just got to believe in it. And when we start, it's like that's why people are so caught up with religion and all of that stuff, is because people want something. They
Yeah,
want to be guided, whether it's God, whether it's any religion, anything, the higher entity, the higher beings. We start to believe in it because we want to create. And sometimes, with that in mind, we start to believe that we can do it, because we are granted that power, along the way. Because sometimes, when you didn't, with me, I didn't have any place to really go back to. It was just like, I have to rise, or I die. It was that mentality, to just to the ultimatum. And sometimes I'm blessed with the life that I have, whether it was hard, because it made me become the person that I am.
can
Mm.
I ask you? I mean, it's just a blessing, even just to hear your voice, your story, the clarity. But I always feel that when discussing manifestation and visualization, everything, can you tell us how you dealt with loss? Because people need to understand that on the road to manifesting what you ultimately want, there could be some downsides, and how you manage to overcome those periods that didn't go the way you anticipated.
Well, that's the beauty of life, right? Is that in darkness, people tend to give up. In darkness, people tend to waver, and go in a different direction.
Yes.
When you feel it in your heart. I mean, I've lost, but then I'm grateful for the loss, because it made me. If I hadn't lost in my second fight, I wouldn't have been the champion. you know, because it was one of those driving force, that fire that burned within me, that I'm like, I don't want this to happen again. And then it happened 13 years after that, but because I was on the very, very top, you know. There, there's places for all the experiences that we have, and we just have to understand that, you know, we don't have to lose, or we don't have to do to be in a situation. But when we do get into that situation, like losing, we have to dissect and dig all the learning experiences, and why did I lose, or you know,
Yes.
what was, you know. And you have to be truthful to yourself. You really got to look into that mirror, and see yourself for why it is, not for what you think it happened or how it happened. You know, you just got to really look within you, and see where your mind was, where your heart were, and all of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spence?
I would say to anyone, if you really want to watch a really fantastic fight, go and watch Nonito Donaire's fight against Rivaldo Vasquez Jr. Just go and watch that fight,
Come on.
right?
There's a lot of fights that's great, man. You know.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that was rockers.
good fight.
I mean,
That
that
was an
that
excellent
was
fight.
the rockers. And you know what? I'll tell you what's nice. Who was it? Because when I used to be at Sky, Andy Scott was like, he's like one of the Sky Sports producers, and he said just by chance he walked past your house and knocked your door, and you and your wife just invited him in, sat down. It was like a crazy one. He just by chance, someone said, "Oh no, you know, Donaire just lives across there." He walked over, he knocked on your door, and you invited him in, and he said like you treated him like he was a long lost friend. And it's like, because of these kind of things, like, and how you are, it's not just about being a champion inside of the ring. It's about being a champion outside of that. I'm going to tell people this now. Nonito Donaire is that person who's a champion in and out of the ring, not by having belts and all the rest of it, but just because he's learned how to champion life. Now imagine, and I'm humbled that you and your beautiful wife are tuning to the Fight Is Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a couple times that your wife's been on there because I see that name come out loads of times and drop money, right?
Yeah.
So, right.
Don't
And
tell on me.
no, so I'm yeah, listen, I'm truly, truly honored. I just want you to know we are just truly honored that it's about energies. And like I was saying, if the human body has 30 trillion cells in, we omit what we want and we can attract and repel. You know what I mean? And to the mere fact that we can attract a legend like you and your beautiful wife, because you know what I mean, you can always judge a man by the woman on his arm. And I know you must have a
100%.
good one because she got us on the show.
Yeah, 100%, man. Now, you know, you guys create such energy, you know, and I'm all about life, and sharing, and you know, creating something for the people, you know. And what you do for boxing is creating and uniting people to understand, or to just the knowledge that you guys possess, that they can get for themselves, you know. I mean, that, like I said, man, you know, the beauty of life is sometimes things just let you get there, you know. And you meet people because it was just one of those things that aligned with all the energies, you know what I mean. So I mean, for me, man, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to share my knowledge. I'm blessed to share my heart to everybody.
Can I just say, the Fight Is Right audience, many thousands will be listening to this broadcast after. You know, when we talk about manifestation and people asking us certain questions, you have to realize that Nonito himself lost his second professional fight.
Mm-hmm.
So he ended his career with 50 fights. So to lose your second professional fight, we've only heard a few fighters ever done that, becoming world champions. I think it was Bernard Hopkins. Or did he actually lose? Did Bernard Hopkins actually lose
He lost his first professional fight.
his first professional fight? So,
Yep.
you
He
know,
was up at light heavyweight as well.
yes. So, you know, it takes so much strength and courage and fortitude to do that and believe in yourself and coming from such humble beginnings. And I cannot think of a better way to end 2023 other than having a legend like yourself and your wife. We ain't forgetting the wife, because
She's the boss.
Yeah, she's the boss, man. She's the boss. But I must say, from all of us here in the UK, all around the world, Spencer Fearon, myself, Tunde Ajayi, thank you so much, brother and sister. And it's just been a beautiful way to end the year. And we ain't gonna go no further than this. The
Trust
Fight
me.
is Right will finish 2023 with these magical closing words from Nonito Donaire. So the mic is yours, brother. Let's close out 2023 in the way you know how.
Well, in life we journey. In life we cry. In life we laugh. We laugh. In life we experience many things, and all those experiences, whether it's sadness, whether it's joy, whether it may be something that comes from the heart or from outside sources, but everything else we have to embrace because that's what we have in the moment. It's not what happened yesterday. It's not what's going to happen tomorrow. It's in this moment. It's what we have, and we live it with our heart, and that's how we manifest things, and that's how we live things. In all creation, we are part of that, and in all the things that we live for, we create all of that. And so, start creating 2024 to be your year of joy, of love, of creation. So I wish the very best to everyone out there to uh to create to create life that you want, and by being true to yourself and to your heart, and just giving the very essence of you, because you're one with the world, you're one with the universe, you're one with everybody else. So let's create.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, man and woman, young and old, male and female, we close the year. We close the year 2023 with the magical words of "Dream it, believe it, become it."
Come on up. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure to have a legend on the show, Nonito Donaire and his beautiful wife Rachel. My brother from another mother, Baba Tundi Ajayi, who keeps on getting better and better and better. He's just got to stop bleaching his teeth because they're looking too white. I'm going to say this. I'm wishing everybody a fantastic 2024. Tundi knows the rules, so do you. Yeah, I mean, step forward 2024, because 2024 means that everything in your life should be more.
Come on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year, and wishing you health and happiness. We out.